So next up, we're gonna learn how to do an intramuscular shot. So to prepare for this, first we're going to get our shot ready. So we're gonna open our Narcan bag and we're gonna pull out this little vial of Narcan. With this little vial of Narcan, we're going to remove the orange cap, and you'll see that underneath the orange cap is another cap. We've got a silver cap that has a rubber stopper in the center. This rubber stopper prevents medicine from spilling out, so the medicine will not come out of this vial until you draw it out with a syringe. So we've uncapped our vial of Narcan. Now we want to get our syringe ready. So getting the syringe, and we're going to unwrap it from the plunger side, not the sharp side. So first, getting that out of the wrapper. Now this syringe, you'll notice it has an orange lock on it. So once we are done using it, we can just slip the orange cap over the syringe tip, which will effectively cap it, so we don't have to worry about poking ourselves. But as we are getting ready to load the syringe, we will pull the, you want to tighten the hub here where the syringe tip screws into the barrel. Otherwise, you will just pull the whole syringe tip off of the barrel. So now we are going to pull the clear cap off, setting that aside. Now we have a sharp needle. So be very careful. Do not point it at others, and communicate with everyone around you that you have a sharp syringe in your hand. Next, we're going to take the vial of Narcan and we're going to tip it upside down. Then, while holding the syringe in one hand, the vial of Narcan in the other, we're going to carefully put the syringe tip just inside the bottle of Narcan. You want to have the tip of the syringe just inside the bottle so that the tip of the syringe is underneath the medicine line, because if we have the syringe tip too far, then it will be above the medicine line and we won't actually pull any Narcan into the syringe. So you can barely see the tip of the syringe because I have it just barely inside there. So now we're going to hold the barrel and we're going to hold the plunger, just drawing all the medicine possible down into the syringe. All right, so I've got as much as I can get out of there. So we'll pull the vial off and set it aside. And then you can see I have some air bubbles in here. So we're gonna flick it with our finger, and then we're gonna push the plunger so that we get rid of as many air bubbles as possible. Then we're gonna go up to the individual. Depending on how many layers that they have on, we may need to pull their arm out of their jacket so that we have a more clear shot to their bicep. You can even pull the sleeve up so you really get close to the person's bicep. And then you are going to administer the shot of Narcan. For the sake of training, I'm not going to administer this to myself, so I am going to cap it and set it aside. But when we go to the person's shoulder, we'll just find the edge of the shoulder, placing 2 fingers underneath where that bone ends, and then right on the third, right underneath where our second finger is, that's where I'm going to administer the shot. This needle is not really as long as our minds would make us think it is. So this is a very short needle, in fact. This one, I would still only need to go about halfway to really get to my muscle. So as you are administering this dose into the person's bicep, pushing with the plunger to completely dispense all of the medicine that is in this barrel into the person's arm. This is 1 full shot of Narcan. Once you have given that person the shot, you can set that one aside. Then going back to the person, checking to see if there has been any change in that person's condition. If there has not been, you go back to rescue breaths, second shot of Narcan, waiting 2 to 3 minutes until that person revives. If they still have not come out of it, you go right back. Rescue breaths, third shot of Narcan, waiting 2 to 3 minutes to see if that person's condition has changed, or in case paramedics have arrived and can take over for you. So Rescue breaths, Narcan, 2 to 3 minutes. Rescue breaths, Narcan, 2 to 3 minutes until they revive or until help arrives to take over for you.